smooth as butter. Look at this shit. Right. Mwah. Oh dear. You see, when you run two cameras, it's a real pain to try and sync them up. Especially if you're going to do multiple cuts and all sorts, you know, and especially if you're an idiot like I am. So you're always looking for a motion or sound that you can match them up with. So when I had to switch this thing back on because I pressed the stop record button when I was tightening it up, my brain was thinking, where am I going? Why have I... Oh, fucking hell, excuse my French, I've come completely the wrong way. We'll cut that. Anyway, as I was saying, because I'd hit the stop record button whilst tightening it up, my first thought is, well, I'm going to have to resync the two. So I'm looking, briefly in my brain, I'm looking for that sound and motion that will link the two together. So I thought if I went wow it would somehow help. I think I need help. Now if the sound on this doesn't come out properly, I'm going to be mighty pissed off, because I tested this last night and it was fine, having had 2 videos, I think, maybe 3, I'm not sure, ruined because of this thing up here not working, and I'm really not convinced. I think maybe, I don't know. Well, here comes the rain, but it's not unexpected, and I'll just have to suck it up, because that's what we do now, isn't it? Hey? Tell you what, if I'd have tried using the quick shifter at 30 mile an hour on the Hornet, it was like changing gear without using the clutch, period. Never mind the quick shifter. What I'm doing for you lot. Well, I hope it doesn't piss down, because I've got my flaps open. These, I mean. Oh, it's too easy to speed on this thing. You better not be moving, sunshine. You are, aren't you? Fuck my old boots. That makes life even harder. For those who don't know, the 360, you can either have it on when you watch it. It is raining now, isn't it? Uh-oh, flaps, lower the flaps, lower the flaps. Oh my good lord. I'm coming into Yeovilton Air Station with the incorrect flap configuration. I'm gonna have to go around or just pull over a moment. For you, that's gonna bugger everything up, isn't it? You scumbag. Okay, we're watertight. One new message. Reply, I don't know what it is. Oh, you dumb bastard. No, I won't. One new message. I haven't switched this on. Hello, Derek. I can't see your photo because I'm out on the bike at the moment. Well, here it is. Happy new Transalp. And it is happy new Transalp because, yeah, I love it so far. Obviously, same engine as the Hornet, but despite that, and despite the familiar dashboard and all of that, it is significantly different. Yeah, very different riding experience. Much more relaxed riding experience. Although it is easier to speed because of the screen and the little fairing, you don't notice the wind blast so much. So got a few extras for it. I've got the hand guards. I've got heated grips. I've got the luggage for it, which I haven't got on at the moment. But that's very good. Very happy with that. I have got the quick shifter, which on this is unbelievably smooth at low speed. The Hornet was quite harsh at low speed. Once you had a bit of tension through the drive and you were doing a reasonable bit of speed, it was fine. but this you can use the quick shifter at 30 mile an hour. Amazing. So everything I wanted is on it except for the crash bars. We're just waiting on a bracket, so they will be fitted on the first service. Pissing with rain, I'm going to get wet. So yeah, there it is. I'm going to cut this short and get back on the bike. Okay, so it's raining just a little bit. Anyway, let's press on, let's forge ahead. Little weir down there. Weir? Little weir, not weir. Bloody River Yo. So welcome on board this wet and rainy Saturday afternoon. So we've had a quick shufty round the bike, and it was quick because it was pouring with rain. So how come I've got it so far ahead of schedule? Because I wasn't supposed to be getting this until September. I got a phone call at work from Pete at Bransons to say they'd had a cancellation of one in the colour that I'd ordered. Would I like it? Well, I thought about it for a few minutes. Well, do I want it? You know, or shall I just wait? No, of course I didn't. So yeah, I said, of course I do. Thank you very much. So I went in, did the deal. Signed some of the bits and bobs I needed to. Agreed to take the Hornet in on the Saturday, which I did, which left me without a bike until further notice. They're very good. I mean, the bike was there, but obviously it was still sort of semi-crated. It had the wheels on and whatnot, but it was in the showroom with a few bits missing, windscreen missing, etc. I said I'm not fussed about the accessories. I've got to have a bike for the for at least by the 18th of August, because I'm going to Milton Keynes Toaster, and I couldn't really cancel it and not go, could I? Because I'd organised it. So I said I don't care what's on it. However, if humanly possible, I would like the heated grips, because although it's August, you never know. And the panniers. So blow me if I didn't get a phone call a week later to say, when do you want to come and get it? So I picked it up on the 8th, did I? Yeah, I think it was the 8th. It was the 8th. I picked it up on the 8th. And as I've said, the only things missing were the crash bars, which for me are actually quite important. Only joking. They're just waiting on one bracket, and then they'll go on with the spotlights. But that'll be done at the first service, which is booked in for why? Okay, I've got to keep an eye on that. It's booked in for the 8th of September. So what I do want to do is give a big shout out and a huge thank you to Bransons of Yeovil, especially Pete, the salesman. This is the third bike I've bought off him in about 3 weeks. There's such nice people there, they really are. You know, so a big thank you to Peter and David and Andre and Jerry on the service counter. Because although you may think that, well, that's what they're supposed to do, you know, they're trying to sell you something, it's in their interest to be nice. As we all know, that's not always the case, is it? I work in trade retail, and I'll tell you what, people are quick enough to put up a complaint about something, even the smallest thing, but they're less inclined to phone up and say, oh, I'm very happy with everything because it went as I expected. Because if it goes as you expect it to go, there's nothing more to be said normally, is there? But we always appreciate it greatly when we get some nice feedback. So thank you guys. So in all honesty, if you know, if you're reasonably local to the area and you're looking for a new or used bike, give them a shout and have a look. I think they deliver nationwide as well, like a lot of people do these days, so check them out. I just want to say, I'm not sponsored by them in any shape or form. I'm just saying how it is, you know. If people are good to you, it's nice to give them the credit for it, isn't it? So first impressions then, as I alluded to briefly, you know, I'm really happy with it. It's comfortable to ride. You know, I'll get zero weight on the shoulders and arms. Which is quite a big deal for me. Especially on these shitty roads we get these days. There are some sections of road that I ride over and it just jolts through my shoulders and neck. It's horrible. Whereas I don't get that now. The screen is a blessing. It's not until you ride a bike with the screen, having ridden nakeds pretty much exclusively all my motorcycling days, you hop on a bike with a screen and a fairing and it's a huge difference. I'm pretty sure they've remapped the ECU for the Transalp compared with the Hornet, because the slightly snatchy throttle response, not snatchiness as such, it was just very keen, shall we say. They seem to have ironed that out on this, which is nice. As I said, the quick shifter is glorious. It was good on the Hornet, apart from slow speeds, but having never had a quick shifter, my thoughts on that were, well, you're obviously you're not supposed to use a quick shifter at slow speeds. That's not their intent, is it? But on here, yeah, it's brilliant. So are there any negatives so far? Only minor gripe is, for me, the foot pegs are in the way when you put your feet down, but that is probably by virtue of the fact that they're situated where they are so that you can stand up. And you get used to it pretty quick, and obviously being a taller bike that is then slightly more top heavy than the Hornet, you've got to be a little bit more careful. That will probably do from me on what certainly seems to be the end of summer. So I shall say toodaloo, and I shall see you soon.